Smile while you give your customers refunds. I know that does not make sense, but bear with me here on this Entrepreneur Vault 100 episode, okay? So, smiling, okay, the key part here is not just giving them refunds. You can give them refunds all day long, whatever you want, doesn't matter. The key part here is smiling while you're doing it, because it's very important. I'm gonna give you 3 key points. I love giving 3 key points when I talk about anything, okay? 3 key punchlines. But before I even go there, let me give you a little bit of a backstory. So the first time when I started getting a lot of sales in one of the businesses that are run on the internet is basically I started getting some people asking for refunds. And the first reaction I had was that, well, first of all, I gave you the services. Why are you asking for a refund? And that basically started making me questioning, does that mean that more people are gonna start asking for refunds? Does that mean I'm gonna go like negative because I already spent the money to give them the services? All those different fear things started going in your head. But I ended up learning after the whole entire experience is, it doesn't matter. Okay, if you're providing good service, okay, look here guys, let me put my phone in my pocket here. Because here's the thing, you guys have seen those businesses that tell you like, hey, we give you a 30 money day back guarantee, 30 days money back guarantee, 60 days money back guarantee, no questions asked. Well, here's the reason why they do that, and here's the reason why you need to do that. Okay, by the way, this depends on what kind of services you're providing. I'm talking about, because right now the business I'm talking about is a digital goods business, and sometimes it can also be physical products. Most stores do provide different guarantees like those. Most electronic companies provide guarantees like those. So there's different companies. It depends on your niche and the market as well. But bear with me here on the 3 key points. Number 1, it will make your life in business less stress. It will make it stress-free. Because here's the thing, when you fear giving a person a refund, it's basically you self-prophesizing something that's going to happen, because it will happen. Someone will ask for a refund in your business. The more money comes in, the more refunds you're going to start getting. The key part is, number 1, smile while you give those refunds. Okay, like for example, I just had a customer who asked for a refund for $300, okay? They already used the services for 15 days. I don't know they got the service, they started using it. He messaged me, said, hey dude, can I get a refund on this? And I'm like, dude, don't worry about it. I got you. Yes, you can get a refund. I even told him like, dude, don't worry, understand. You know, you might have not wanted the services. Maybe you didn't find it works for you too well. I understand that. And I hope to see you later in the future if we ever meet again. I told him that. I didn't care too much about it, okay? And here's another customer who also refunded. It was for $64, right? And he was like, hey dude, I just like, you know, I'm going through some tough time in my life and I can't really quite afford that $64 on the product I bought for. I know I paid for it. Is it possible to give me a refund? Now, he was just outright saying that I already used the services. Can you still refund me on this? I was like, dude, I'll refund you. I got you. Now, some of you guys must be like, well, you're a horrible business person because you're giving money back. You're not supposed to be losing money as a business, but bear with me here. On point number 2, customer relationship is a big thing. Okay, customer relationship is a big thing. Even if you're losing a customer, you have to remember one key thing. Okay, one customer who's happy about your services will probably tell another person. A customer who's pissed off about your company will tell as many people as he can. You guys have probably had this kind of experience, right? When you go to somewhere to eat and the food is nasty, you tend to like tell people like, dude, don't go to that place, man. Okay, you find out something bad about something, you want to tell as many people as you can. You're angry, you're pissed off at that company, you want to get some revenge back. And you don't want people to do that to you. Okay, even if they know they're in the wrong, okay, the customer's not always right, but in their mind they think they're right. That saying customer is always right is not that they're always right, but in their head they believe they're right, and that's what they're going to perceive. So for you, it's very important to understand that kind of analogy that I just gave you there. So make sure to just give them the refund and be able to make sure you don't burn the bridges when you do that. Okay, so number 1, make sure you're smiling while doing it, okay? And then number 2, you gotta make sure what we just broke down right here. But this is the key part right here. This is the part that really matters. Refund rate. Okay, the refund rate. My refund rate right now is 1%. 1%. 99% of the sales are staying. 99% of the cash is staying. Only 1%. For the last 7 months, going on to like basically a year now, only 1% of people are requesting refunds. And this is the biggest psychological play when it comes to the whole 30 days money back guarantee, 60 days money back guarantee. If you're providing a service that's good, you should not fear about putting up at the top 30 days money back guarantee or telling your customer like, hey, you can get the refund. Now, I don't necessarily always refund everybody, but if I see in a certain situation, it's better to refund them than try to like escalate the case or try to like make a beef with the customer. Then I'll give them that refund. But some customers, they usually ask like, "Hey, dude, can I get a refund on this? Because I'm not. Is it possible if I can get a refund?" I tell them like, "Hey, look, man, we don't provide the refund on the services." Okay, but if they come back and ask them like, "Dude, I really need that refund though," then I'm like, "Yeah, sure, you can get it." But first time I usually try and like see if I can be able to still keep the cash. I still want to keep that cash. I'm a business person. But most of the times, if I see the situation, based on my experience, I can read different people's kind of personality, different messages they're sending, the way their body language is, or if it's an online chat support, I can tell what keywords they're using, and I can be able to kind of decide like, should I give them a refund or not? So guys, you got to make sure the biggest thing out of those 3 key points is you got to smile while you're doing it and having a good relationship, and don't burn the bridges when it comes to your customers. Even if they're leaving, even if they're leaving, it does not matter. You got to keep them one way or the other. Because how they leave does matter. You don't want them to go out there and badmouth about your business. Okay, you don't want them to do that. Okay, you don't want them to go online on Facebook and write a horrible review about your company. Because here's the thing, people who are treated well, even if they didn't quite use the services, the last thing, the last thing, because I remember one time, and it was like 2 years ago, and I was like doing a consulting thing, and the last message I left at the end of the reply message was a horrible it was like basically I talked about good things, and at the end I ended up on a bad note. And my dad told me like, look, when you're sending out messages, you don't want to like end it on a bad note. Even if someone is exiting or leaving, you don't want to end it on a bad note. So I did that. And that ended up making me not close a sale. But this time round, even if a person is leaving, you don't want to end it on a bad note, because that's the last thing they'll remember. Okay, people remember one of the last few things you did to them. You might have done great things for them in the beginning, but if you end it on a bad note, that's where you're going to leave them at, and that's where they're going to start from. You're not going to start from the other good things you did for them. You're going to start on the bad note you left them on. So if a customer is leaving your business, and you're frowning and pissed off, like, get out of here, scatter out of here, you're not going to get your refund. Even if you get your refund, screw you. Like, you don't want to do that, because that's what they're going to remember. That's what they're going to tell everybody else. But if you go be like, hey, look, man, you can get your refunds perfectly fine. Smile while you're doing it. Less stress. It's just only 1% refund rate. It's not a big deal. It's not breaking your bank. Okay, that's what I'm telling you. Smile while you're refunding them. And the reason why I just went on a crazy tangent rant on this is because, literally, guys, it will save you stress. Okay, you do not want to get unnecessary stress. And this is unnecessary stress because it's something that will happen. Okay, it's basically me trying to tell you this. You getting stressed about the sun rising up tomorrow. The sun's going to rise up tomorrow regardless of what you do. Okay, it's going to happen. You might as well deal with it. Okay, maybe the sun rising is a great thing, or maybe another analogy I can be able to use is you're probably going to make a mistake or fail at something in the next 3 months. It's going to happen. Small or big, something will happen. Even if you're progressing going up, something will pull you down slightly, then you got to keep going up. That's life, and that's also going to happen in business when it comes to refunds. So when you get those refunds coming in, it's all good. Smile while you're doing it. Okay? Smile while you're doing it, and keep in mind, your refund rate is low. Okay, by the way, if your refund rate is high, that's where the problem is. The problem is not you giving refunds. It's you not giving good services. So make sure you're not blaming the customers when you should be taking responsibility on that part. I just want to make sure for you to understand, I'm not saying give money away after you provided great services. I'm just saying your services are so good, you should not be afraid of a refund. Okay, you're going to give such a good service that they want to even donate a little bit more money to you. You know what I'm saying? That's why people go out there and advocate and tell the people about people's good services. Okay, so that's what you want to do when it comes to business. Smile while you give those refunds, because trust me on this one. Okay, I highly recommend you trust me on this one. It will relieve stress and you'll focus on what's important. All right, thank you very much for watching. I know this video was long. If you bear with me until the end, I know you got some knowledge out of this, but really trust me on this. Don't be stressed out about refunds, okay? Keep your refund rates low and you smile through them, and you'll be good, and you'll progress, and you'll keep growing on the long term. All right. Thank you very much for watching. My words are starting to run out of me here. I was so energetic. I put too much energy in my words. I usually don't talk too much. I'm kind of an introvert guy because I seem like an extrovert guy. But thank you very much for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next episode of Entrepreneur Vort 100. And make sure to keep you 100 as well with your customers. Peace out.